Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Danilo Caprick here, aka the best dressed man in tech sales. Do not forget it. Also, one of the co-founders of the B2B Syndicate. And in this video, we're going to answer the question of, do you have to know a lot about technology to get into tech sales? So, without further ado, I know this is a common question, so we're going to get into it right now so you can get these insights. All right, so general answer to the question, do you have to know a lot about technology to get into tech sales? The answer, thankfully, is no. And if you really don't believe me, listen to this. Before I got into technology sales, what I was doing was I was selling shoes at the mall, okay? So I had a PhD in cash register experience. I had a PhD in customer service. I had a PhD in knowing different types of leather for different types of shoes. But did I have any technology experience, you guys? Absolutely not. I didn't know what the cloud was. I didn't know what any technology company was outside of Microsoft and Apple. I didn't know probably any more than you do watching this video right now. So let me be a living proof point to show you that you can get into tech sales with absolutely zero expertise, education, or experience. Here's the thing though, I will say, if you do know about technology, if you did go to school for computer science, whatever, it might be easier for you. But there's a caveat here. The caveat is, it really depends, and it's gonna boil down to what you sell. All right, for example, let's say you know how to code and you sell a tool, or you look into a company and you want to work for a company that helps developers create software, and inherently they need to code to do that, right? So if you know how to code, you're gonna have a better time speaking to those customers because you're gonna know their language, you're gonna know what they go through because you already know the pitfalls and the challenges with writing code, and you're gonna be able to relate to them, right? If you're like me, and you sold shoes at the mall, and then you're going into this very sophisticated tech job, it's gonna be a little bit of a bumpy road. You're gonna have a lot of learning to do, okay? Let me give you one of my best, as I look back in the past, learning moments when I first got into tech sales. So guys, the first company I ever worked for was called Gartner, and they didn't necessarily sell software, but they advised every single tech company on the market. So inherently, technology companies were my customers. But who my customer specifically was, the person that signed the deals for us, were C-level executives. And so I got to get on the phone with them and talk about big picture technology projects. And one of the first ones that came from a client was called an ERP project. And I was like, what the heck is ERP? And here's the thing, guys, the beautiful part about knowing nothing about technology and then getting into tech sales is this right here. Getting into tech sales without knowing anything about tech is the best way to learn about technology. For example, back to the ERP thing, I was at a conference that this company put on every year, and I sat down with that customer in person, and I said, Jim, you know what, man? I really have no idea what the heck ERP is. I've Googled it, I've tried to do my research, but I can't for the life of me understand what the heck it is. Can you break it down like you would to a fifth grader? What the heck is ERP? And he gave me the most easy to understand, simple analogy ever. He told me to think about the human body first. And think about your heart, right? Your heart is pumping blood to all the vital organs throughout your body, correct? And he said, think about ERP like the same thing. Basically, it's a centralized piece of software that allows all the other business units to communicate with each other. So that way, if somebody, for example, on Amazon buys something, right, the purchasing department can communicate with the shipping and logistics department to actually fulfill your order, put it on the right truck, and get it to your front door. How do all of those things communicate? The answer is ERP. So when he told me that, I was like, wow. And it gave me the confidence to start asking these executives more silly questions, at least that they were silly at the time, about, hey, what's that? What does that acronym mean? What exactly is that, right? What's a SIM solution? And little by little, year after year, I started to get more and more familiar with different technologies. And now I would consider myself actually a low-key expert in technology. And I can go toe-to-toe with any chief data officer, chief information officer, even a CEO, and have a very comfortable conversation about technology. But hey, it didn't start like that, right? It took me 9 years to get here. But little by little, if you enter this field, you will surely become an expert at some kind of technology. Here's the other thing, guys. When it comes to knowing about technology, that's not your job. Your job is to be an expert at what you sell, okay? The company that you work for is going to pay you to be an expert on their product, not on IT in general. And here's the other comforting fact. When it comes to the more technical things that probably go over your head, you are gonna most likely have a sales engineer, okay? That person is gonna be way more technical than you, and they're paid to be technical, more technical than you. And they are going to handle those things that go over your head. Additionally, if there are questions and things that are even more technical that go over their head, your company is going to have people internally that you can bring into your calls to answer those super technical questions. All right, guys, so quick recap at this point. Number one, you don't have to know a lot about technology to get into tech sales. It is definitely not a prerequisite to getting in. Number two, you're going to have a great opportunity to learn more about technology by simply asking your clients random questions on your monthly calls or whenever you meet up in person. Number three, you're most likely going to have a sales engineer who's going to handle all the technical stuff that goes over your head should your client ask a complex question. And then number four, the company that you eventually work for is going to pay you to be an expert at their product, not about technology in general, okay? They would hire a technology consultant if they wanted that. So remember, you're not getting paid to know about technology. You're getting paid to learn about their product and how to sell it. So there you have it, guys. I hope this can dispel any myths that you may have heard about needing to know a lot about technology, or any beliefs that you might have had about, oh, I really need to learn about technology, or I don't know enough about technology to get into tech sales. Chill out. The answer is you don't need to know that much to get in. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the video for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Also, if you're not doing so already, go follow me on LinkedIn. And hold on, wait for this. If you are trying to break into tech sales, or you're already in sales and you want to get better, sharper, smarter at your craft, go ahead and use the link in the description to not only sign up for our free weekly newsletter, but also sign up for our free Discord community, where you can get access to myself and the entire B2B Syndicate team, as well as our members, to talk about anything you're going through, any additional questions, and any way that we can help you out. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video. Take it easy now.